and share this with your followers. We're going to be talking tonight about just men hair loss. You know, men go through hair loss, so we're going to be talking about that tonight. And just having a hey DJ Black Hayes, thank you for joining in. Hey Miss Hair Doctor, thank you for joining in. Thank you guys so much. Hey. We're going to be talking about men hair loss tonight. How are you? So we're talking about men hair loss. Hey, thank you for joining. Guys, as you come in tonight, hold on, let me turn this down. I'm sorry, I have my music here going. Sorry, commercial. Choose from favorite. Okay, so as you come in, guys, go ahead and share this with your followers. We're going to be talking tonight about men hair loss. We've been we're going to be doing a series this month about men hair loss, and I know a lot of people really don't know a lot about it, or if they do know a lot about it, it's just sort of not a lot of information for you. So the other day when I jumped on to the scope and we were talking about men losing their hair and things like that, there was a question posed in saying, should you do surgery with a receding hairline? So I want to answer that question tonight, and so we can kind of get a good understanding of what, hey, thank you for coming on in. And so we want to talk about that tonight, so you guys will know about, if surgery is needed for that. Hey, thank you for joining in. So for those of you who do not know me, I'm TenishaBibbs. I'm a licensed cosmetologist educator. I'm also a certified hair loss practitioner. And we're going to be talking tonight about, thank you so much for the hearts. And if you could share this with your followers, I will greatly appreciate it. And thank you for tapping the screens for the hearts. God bless you too. So one of the questions that was posed is hair transplant good for a widow's peak or receding hairline? And the answer is yes. It all depends on how you perceive of it. You know what I mean? So a good thing is when you start noticing that you're losing hair in that receding hairline, it's great to get a surgery. However, you can use low light laser treatments in order to grow that hair or that receding line back. Okay. Of course, when you are a man and you start hitting puberty beautiful queen like you. No, I'm not. Thank you. When you start start noticing it, what ends up happening is that, I'm on Periscope. No, I'm sorry. When you start noticing your hairline growing back, then you are. I'm sorry, I had a little distractions. And so what you need to do is you can get the surgery. Now, there's two types of surgery that you can actually get when it comes to having a surgery. And the first one is called follicular unit transplantation. Okay, you can actually get that. That is where you get a donor that will take about a couple of strands of their hair out of the follicle and literally donate it. And they'll donate it to you, or and they'll implant that into the follicles of your hair. So that could be a procedure for you. The other one is called follicular unit extraction. Okay. There are difference. It's called stripping harvest and follicular unit. Okay. When you're going through a stripping harvest, what that means is that the most common technique of removing hair and follicles from a donor's hair. I know, Loie, where you from, my queen? And so that strips of the skin from the posterior scalp. So once that is stripped away from the skin, they store it and they use it as a donor. I mean, as a donor, they give it away to a person who needs, who wants to go through that surgery. With the follicular unit extraction, that is a little different. You have to go under anesthesia, and when you do that, they take this micro removal, topical tiny punches in your scalp, and they actually remove the hair like that, and they actually implanted in your scalp. So you got stripping harvest. Hey, Cynthia, thank you for joining in. You have strip harvesting and you got follicular unit. These are the two types of surgical procedures that you can actually go to extract the hair from the follicles. Okay, when you're extracting the hair from the follicle, literally you have a donor. So you have someone who's who has said, well, I will donate my hair strand to someone, and they're carefully removed to making sure that the bulb is still there. So that's another way that you can actually be a donor, be a donor for someone who wants to go through surgery. Another way is light surgery, low light lasering. Okay. And what they do is they draw, when you're going through surgery, they actually draw your hairline, especially if your hair starts to recede back. They draw your hairline just like that. And they start doing the little incisions or the surgery. And they take from that donor that have, decided to donate their follicle, and they implant that into the areas where they draw at. Okay. When it comes to low light lasering, that's a more natural way. One of the things that it do is increase the blood circulation and the flow in the hair. So it causes that hair or that receding hairline to actually grow back. Now, this procedure may take about 6 months, but you will start noticing it coming back into your hair. Okay, because you have a lot of men who ask those questions. They want to know those answers. And so you can do that. So you can either go through donor transplant surgery, or you can go through low light lasering surgery. It's also going to increase the circulation and also the cell growth. When that cell starts to grow, the low light laser is going to increase that circulation and cell growth. Okay. So it's all up to you on what you depend. You're learning. Well, thank you. It all depends on what you want to go. You can either do strip harvesting, or you could do follicular unit extraction. And they're very costly and very, very time consuming. And also, once you do that, you also want to increase that cell. So you're probably going to end up doing the low light the low light laser anyway. So just to kind of, you married, just to kind of, help with that and to kind of keep those cells, that cell growth. Also, it's going to increase your capillaries. And when it increases the capillaries, it's going to help with that hair growth. Okay. So thank you so much again for sharing this with your followers. We talked tonight about, receding hairline, and is surgery really good for the receding hairline? Which is, yes, it is good for the receding hairline if you have the time and the money to get it done. We went also over the difference between strip harvesting and follicular unit extraction. Okay. And also low light lasering. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for jumping on this scope tonight. I know it was really quick. You guys can reach me at tbibbshair.com. If you have any other questions, you can reach me at tbibbshair.com. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great night.